Drink more fluid till you've got clear wheeze. Drink more fluid till you've got clear wheeze. I'm doing my happy drinking song because if you want to be hydrated, you need to have long, clear wheeze. So there's a great question. The last time you had a tinkle, was it long and clear or was it stinky and yellow? And if it was stinky and yellow, then we need to have some more fluid. But where does alcohol fit into the fluid situation? Does it hydrate you? Does it dehydrate you? Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? Should you drink alcohol? Shouldn't you drink alcohol? All very controversial questions. And I'm not here to tell anybody to do anything. I just have great questions that I love getting answers to. And here are some of the simple facts about alcohol. Are there people that love to drink alcohol? Yes. Are there people that love a cold beer, a glass of wine at the end of the day? They love going to a bar and having a cocktail. Alcohol is a normal part of their life? Yes. Are there people that have lived healthy, fit, strong, long lives and they've drunk alcohol every day? Yes. In fact, there are some places in the world, blue zones, where people live really long time. The longest, the blue zone meaning that area has more people over the age of 100 living there than anywhere else. And in several of those areas, there are people that have drunk alcohol every day of their life, and that it is suggested that that's one of the reasons why they've lived so long. The reverse of that, are there people who have never drunk alcohol and had long, healthy, happy lives? Yes. And some of those blue zones are the Seventh-day Adventists, for example, who don't drink alcohol at all, and they have very long, healthy lives. So where does alcohol fit in? Does it keep you healthy? Is it unhealthy? Well, if based on those, it could depend. What would it depend on? The other thing that's interesting when I ask people about macronutrients, which is the stuff that your body uses to survive. So if you're about to die, if you come across a bag of sugar, carbohydrate, you won't die if you eat it. If you come across a bag of fat, butter, oil, if you eat it, drink it, you won't die because your body can survive on fat. If you come across an animal, protein, and you eat it, you won't die because your body can survive on protein. But if you come across a carton of beer or a bottle of wine, you would also survive because alcohol is a macronutrient. Now, a lot of people, it's like, really? It's a mechanism, what alcohol is made of, technically is carbohydrate as well, is a mechanism for your body to survive. So to say that alcohol is bad, if you're in a situation where you're going to die and you have a glass of wine and you don't die, then it's probably considered a superfood. So where do you fit in? And that's the all-important question. Do you want to drink alcohol? Do you like to drink alcohol? How can you fit it into your lifestyle so that it's going to add value to your life, not devalue your life? And of course, if you get drunk, if you get hungover, if you lose control, if you become an alcoholic, then that's probably not a good thing. But if you want to, well, definitely not a good thing. But if you want to drink alcohol, can you and still be healthy? And of course, the answer is yes. If you don't like to drink alcohol, because it's interesting, there are some health foundations, heart foundations, Ministry of Health, medical associations in the world that recommend that you have 1 or 2 glasses of alcohol every day because it's good for your health. There are some longevity experts that recommend a glass of wine every day because it's got antioxidants in it that will keep you alive for a long time. But does that mean that if you don't drink alcohol, you will die, or you should start drinking alcohol even if you don't like it? And of course, the answer is no. So what does your body do with alcohol? And here's the interesting thing. I'm one of those people that doesn't drink at all. I just don't like the taste of it. I was brought up in a strict religious environment where alcohol was, if you drink alcohol, you won't go to heaven. But I'm an adult now and I get to make my own choices. And there's 2 reasons why I don't like to drink alcohol. I don't like the taste of it. I've never found a drink that I like the taste of. I don't like being out of control. I don't like feeling sick. So it's just something that I don't need to do. I'm very happy with a glass of water. I'm very happy with a glass of juice. I'm very happy with a cup of coffee. I don't need to drink alcohol. But that's me. What about you? If you love to drink alcohol, how do you put it into your body so that it adds value to your life, not devalues? And that's always my question. So here's the interesting thing to consider. Your body, in whatever energy system you're using at the moment, so if you're in the aerobic system where you breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon dioxide, your body will be using carbohydrate, fat, and a little bit of protein as an energy source for that system to work. Once you get into the lactate system, where you are now working at a much higher intensity, so if you're exercising somewhere between 10 seconds and 2 minutes at reasonably high intensity or very high intensity, your body will be using stored carbohydrate, which is glycogen, carbohydrate, not fat, not protein, just carbohydrate. It's a macronutrient. If you're in the phosphate system, you're using stored phosphate inside the muscles. That's not alcohol or fat or protein. It's your body's ability to take energy and turn it into instant energy for high intense activity. So the challenge with alcohol, with all of those, is if you've got alcohol in your system, your body will prefer to burn the alcohol. And the reason for that is it's a toxin. So there's no place to store it. Your body doesn't have a little spare tank. We always have a joke at our house when people say, this is my beer belly. Well, if you put a tap into your belly, beer will not come out. What happens is when you drink alcohol, your body's going to burn off the alcohol and not burn anything else. It becomes the preferred energy source because there's nowhere to store it. I'm going to say that again. There's nowhere in the body to store alcohol. Yes, it stores in your bloodstream until you burn it off. So if you've got alcohol in your system, your body will burn off the alcohol before it's going to burn off carbohydrate, protein, or fat. Which means if you eat something and you drink alcohol, that the body will burn the alcohol, but it's very likely to store whatever else you ate. So again, at this house, we have lots of jokes about that. If you have a beer and nuts, your body will burn off the beer and the nuts will go to your gut. If you have a wine and some cheese, your body will burn off the wine first and the cheese will end up somewhere on your squidgy bits. So it's just a simple process. If you've got alcohol in your system, your body's going to use the alcohol as an energy source and everything else will get stored. So can alcohol make you fat? Technically no, because there's nowhere to store it, so it can't go into your fat cell. But carbohydrate, protein and fat can end up in your fat cell. Fat very easily because it's already fat. Carbohydrate and protein can be converted into fat and put in your fat cell if you don't burn it up. So there's a couple of things to consider if you really want to drink alcohol. Drink alcohol and don't eat anything so that your body burns off the alcohol and doesn't have an opportunity to store whatever else you've eaten. And the example of that, and I don't like to use this example, but it has been very obvious to me. I've had a couple of very cool experiences of working in a bar. And the alcoholics that sit in the bar and just drink alcohol and don't eat anything, they're very thin. Their body's using alcohol and they're not putting anything else in, so they don't put on any weight. Not a very healthy way to live, of course. If you drink alcohol and eat a large amount of food, yes, your body will burn off the alcohol, but the large amount of food's going to get stored pretty quickly. So in a roundabout way, it's going to make you fat. Everything makes us fat in a roundabout way if we don't burn it up, if we don't use it. So my happy good news for all of that is if you want to drink alcohol, just be fit and strong. Turn your body into a alcohol burning machine, because it already is. If you put alcohol in, that's what your body will prefer to burn. But then every other minute of the day, once you've burnt up the alcohol, how about you turn your body into a fast calorie burning machine, a fast fat burning machine, a fast carbohydrate burning machine, a fast protein burning machine, a fast food burning machine. And that happens when you're fit and strong. When you get really fit and when you get really strong, you have a higher base metabolic rate, so you need more calories to survive during the day. If you're really fit and strong and you're exercising at high intensity on a regular basis, you're constantly increasing your metabolism, because obviously when you do high intense activity, your metabolism spikes up. You burn more calories when you're sprinting, when you're lifting heavy. So not only do you have a higher base metabolic rate, body needs more calories to survive, but you're burning more calories throughout the day. And because you're fit and strong, you just do everything faster. So you clean the house faster, you hang the washing on the line faster, you play your sport better, you can walk faster to the supermarket. Everything you do, you can put more energy and effort into it because you are fit and strong. You've got more energy, which means you're burning more calories throughout the day. And the really exciting part of that is when you're really fit and strong, you change your respiratory quotient, which is where the calories are coming from. So obviously when you exercise at high intensity in the lactate system, the energy is coming from carbohydrate. When you are exercising in your aerobic system, the energy is coming from carbohydrate, protein, a little bit of protein and fat. But most of us during the day, we don't exercise. Most of the hours of our 24 aren't exercising at all. And when you've got a fast respiratory quotient, now your body's preferring to burn fat when you're resting because it wants to save your carbohydrate for your high intense activity. So the whole process is really simple. You can eat what you want and drink what you want if you're healthy, fit and strong, because your body will be an alcohol burning machine. It already is. It'll be a fat burning machine, a calorie burning machine, and I love saying this because I get really excited about it. Your body will burn everything you put into it faster and very effectively and very efficiently when you're fit and strong. And even more exciting than that, when you're fit and strong, your hormonal system's working, which means you don't want to eat too much, you don't want to drink too much, you want to sleep when you need to, because your hormones will tell you exactly what you need to do. If your hormonal system's busted and broken because you're not fit and you're not strong, if you're weak and frail and unfit, your hormonal system won't be working very well either. But when your hormones are working effectively, you can't eat too much because you just feel full. You have a fast metabolism, a fast base metabolic rate, a fast respiratory quotient, or a respiratory quotient that prefers to burn fat, and everything works better. So if you want to drink alcohol, why not just turn your body into an alcohol burning machine? It already is. But when you're fit and strong, you can eat and drink and do all the things that you love to do because your body works efficiently and you'll have a stack of energy to do it. And that could be a really cool way to live your life to the max. Super duper doo, how are you living my life?